Maybe my school canceled today.
On in the way of accumulation, anything that is on the ground by the time we get to Sunday
I
afternoon.
wonder what it's like to work at that place.
There won't be much left after that. Then we take it into Sunday night.
The machine that predicts the weather, how does it work?
Well, we have computer models that help us figure out what the weather is going to be, and there's a number of different computer models. And basically, computer models are long math equations that generate really long math equations that generate what the weather might do. Once you get a model and it tells you what it thinks is going to happen with the weather, then you apply what we call the biases, or for this region, what is the difference between what the model is showing you and what the bias is to what's actually going to happen. So that's the main thing for forecasting the future, or forecasting the weather in the future.
Do you have a favorite piece of technology that's like, oh wow, that's really cool, I don't know how that works?
You know what, I hate to keep giving the same answer, but it really is, it is the models, because you have broadcast meteorologists like us, and we apply those models to what's going to happen and then communicate it to the public. But there are people who are behind the scenes who actually do those math equations. We had a class in college called thermodynamics, really long, complicated, too hard for me, So there's these operational meteorologists who actually figure out what's the best equation to have to help predict what the weather's going to be. So the people who actually do those math problems, that's probably the smartest guys and the coolest guys that are working in weather. They really know their stuff.
What is more important in the business of weather, science or math?
Wow, I keep saying math, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, science is pretty important. They're both, they're both equally important. If you're going to be a meteorologist, you have to love math, because you're going to do a lot of math in college. Of course, it's a science, so you have to love science. The other thing I would throw in there is computers. Now, we have a good 10 computers up there that we work on, and you have to know how to run, operate, keep them going. There's no other technicians around to help you, fix it when it goes down. Definitely be well equipped with computers. So computers, you spend all of your time on computers doing the maps. Math is very important, science is very important, and if you really want to do this on TV, speech classes, of course, or debate are good things to do as well.
Yeah. How many machines are used to predict weather at the station?
We probably have around 10 separate computers, but they're massive computers. They're not like your home PC.
Yeah.
They have a lot more power to use, because we have to have computers that run our satellite, or get our satellite views in. We have computers that run the radar. So we have the radar scans that are coming in. We have all the models that are coming in, and all those are interpolated and then built into graphics. So probably around, gosh, if I was counting, 10 to 12 computers. Yes, I have it a number of times. I've probably experienced every type of weather, severe weather, that has been out there. There was one afternoon where we had 11 tornadoes when I was in Virginia. 7 tornadoes were on the ground at the same time. So we were using our radar to show where the tornadoes were located, and of course those people are being warned, so they can get into a safe place. And so many tornadoes going on at one time, it was pretty much everybody had to get into a safe place, and nobody died on that afternoon, which was a pretty miraculous thing, considering one was an EF4 tornado and it completely obliterated one neighborhood, so there was nothing left of these homes. There was a tornado in Ligonier, and a house out there got hit by a tornado, and their house, the roof, caved in all the way down, and this is just out here in Ligonier, out by Idlewild. And they were in the house. It was mom and dad and 2 little kids, but they were watching, and they knew it was coming, so they went down to the basement, went to their tornado safe place, and even though the roof collapsed onto the 2nd floor, everybody was completely okay. With hurricane coverage, you get 2 or 3 days lead time so people can get in their cars and get out of town. So that's kind of another way that you can help people out. When something like that happens, you get letters from people who say, thanks for warning us, because my house is gone, and if we hadn't been watching or hadn't been paying attention, could have been a bad outcome. So you like it when you help out in that way.
Indescribable.